Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Welcome to Make a Path presents. It's been a while. I'm still in the middle of that move, but I tell you what, I miss the shit out of you guys. Pretty soon I'm going to be back to doing the videos on a regular basis, a daily basis, but until then I wanted a colorful backdrop, so I figured fuck it, let's go in the woods and do this shit. Issue 144 dropped, and holy shit, I usually ask you guys to pick one word to describe this issue, and I think we're all going to pick pretty much the same word: shocking. Motherfucker. Now listen, cracking this open, we get another page showing us just how giant this Walker army is. It's fucking huge. Now, I love the back and forth between Rick and Alpha, because Alpha is, you know, she's given some dialogue letting us know her philosophy, how they live, or, you know, what ideology they live by, the Whisperer group. But as that goes on, you notice she starts to break down. And I thought that was the most interesting part, because although we have this violence coming later on in the issue, you see Alpha break down and she starts crying for her daughter, and she pulls Rick close. Maybe not a lot of people realize this, but when the words are smaller, when Alpha is telling Rick, I can't offer my daughter the life she needs, not here, not safely, but you can. When the words are that small in the word bubble, that means she's whispering or she's talking, you know, pretty soft. So she doesn't want the other whisperers to hear what she's saying, and she tells them to get back. I saw that as really conflicting, interesting, but conflicting, because we get the idea that she just killed people, you know, Rick's people. And right before this, she was just talking about how they need to be strong, primitive. Rick is trying to cling to a dead world, so to speak. That's what she said. But she has that moment of weakness in her eyes, and she shows a human side, and she basically throws her daughter out. She basically exiles her daughter, you know, in a mean way, but in reality, she's like, listen, you know, we can't give her that life. She deserves better. I'm probably putting words in her mouth, but I don't want my daughter being raped anymore. That type of shit. That's the vibe we're getting. So she sends Lydia off with Rick and Carl. Now, I, like most of you, probably were fearful as shit for Andrea and Michonne, maybe even Dante, some of you, being one of those heads on the pike. And the way they did that was fantastic. You have Rick dropping to his knees saying, no, no, no. You pull over and we got this 2-page spread of some Game of Thrones looking shit. You have people's heads on pikes, and the way they do it is amazing. You have the person's head, Olivia is what we start off with, and then we go down and you see people talking about where Olivia is, and then you have that kid Josh. Josh is a kid in the new beginning where Carl made that little animal, you know, trinket or whatever. That was the same kid. And then you go to one of the Carson brothers, and you move right along to the Tammy girl, who her kids are the ones that beat up Sophia. And then you got Luke, that was in Magna's group. Then you keep going, and then it's when it hits us hard with Rosita, and you see Eugene down there getting her shit together, and then they show us the full page of Ezekiel, and that shit is deep. I mean, the way they did that, fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. It's amazing how tragic it is for the story and for those characters and the demise of those characters, but this is one awesome issue. I know, you know, it's sad and it's tragic and everything, but still, story-wise, this is an amazing issue. I love this issue. The back and forth with Alpha and Rick, I mean, the dialogue was strong, the meaning behind it was strong, the interactions of all the characters were strong, and then the demise of those characters. I mean, Rosita is one that actually hit me the most, and I know I picked on Rosita a lot, that character, and the reason why that hit me the hardest a little bit is because I was still thinking they were going to flesh out that character more. I thought Rosita had a lot more coming, and to find her head on one of those pikes, that shit was pretty shocking. You guys know I predicted Ezekiel would be dead, and I thought that Ezekiel and another person, maybe a patrol guy or whatever, would be dead. To find out that it's this many people affecting, and this is where I think This is where I think the problems are going to lie, and this is why I think it's this impactful. It's not that Ezekiel's dead and, you know, only Ezekiel's friends are going to worry about it. People in the hilltop are dead. You know, people from the sanctuary are dead, of the Savior's people. A guy from Magna's group is dead. People from Rick's group is dead. People from the kingdom are dead. All these heads on spikes, it's not just like it's one person who has one or two people that are missing them, and it's easy to control and say, hey, listen, you can't attack because they got a Walker army. No, you have people from all of these communities dead, you know, beheaded, and then their heads are displayed in a grotesque fashion, a disrespectful fashion, and their heads are used to make a border, saying don't cross this border, this is our territory. Like, that is some insane shit, that they were able to kill people from all these different from all the different communities. If you think about it, all the communities are affected by this one act, and I just cannot wait to see where the story goes from here. I mean, there's so many places they can go with this story. It's just fucking awesome. I think the people who are looking for more with, you know, the whole new beginning storyline, I think you got it with this issue. I don't think I'm going to see anybody complaining about how there wasn't enough action in the issue as there was here. Listen, guys, I got a lot more to do today. I got to finish up some moving. I am going to be covering the Fear the Walking Dead trailers, the Walking Dead Season 6 trailer this Friday. I still got some work to do tomorrow. I do have comic cover videos coming. Guys, listen, there will be a lot more videos coming. The background's going to change a bit because for the next week and a half, I'm not going to have everything set up. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 weeks. I'm not going to have everything set up. So the videos are going to be different. You might catch me out in the fucking woods. You might catch me out in some crazy shit, I don't know, indoors somewhere. And I hope the noises from the bugs and shit, they're loud. I hope it didn't, you know, irritate anyone watching the video. If it did, we're going to scratch that. We won't be doing this kind of video anymore. I am going to be coming up with a prediction video for the next one, for the next issue as soon as I can. A whole week and a half I've been, you know, not doing any videos, been doing moving and shit. But now is when you'll get a video here, a video there, and then it's going to be a video every day. All right, guys, listen, put your opinions down below. What do you think of issue 144 of The Walking Dead? And this is the end of Compendium 3, and that should be out in October 2015. So, damn, that was such a rough issue, man. I was just looking through the pictures again. Fuck. Listen, put your opinions about issue 144 in the comments down below. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.